Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, let's do like a little rundown video for boxing. I got a couple of these coming. This is one or two. But, Ryan Garcia is targeting Linares in September. Also, Devin Haney says he is in talks to fight one of the top lightweights out there. And also, we're going to talk about, well, first off, we're going to talk about Amanda Serrano. I think she's like a 7-division world champion in women's boxing, whatever they're saying about her. But she turned down over $200,000 to fight Katie Taylor. And guess what? Ryan Garcia out here getting women's boxing money, man. So let's talk about that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. So, Ryan was offered $200,000 to fight, who knows, July 4th. It was originally supposed to be Linares. He couldn't make it over to the States due to the travel restrictions. Now it's coming out, according to Chris Minix, and you never really know. It's being leaked out from probably somebody at the DAZN that Amanda Serrano is getting was getting over $200,000, and she turned that down. Her management did an article in a boxing scene saying that they cut her purse by 50%. So they said over $200,000. Let's just say $220,000. So originally she was getting what? Let's round it up to $440,000 to fight Katie Taylor. And they said, her management said that they didn't take as big as cut out of Katie Taylor purse for the fight. But what you got to understand, she with Lou DiBella. And Lou DiBella is basically a stepchild in boxing, even though he used to run HBO boxing. Right now, he don't have a leg to stand on. Either you with the DAZN, top-ranked ESPN, or PBC. He's been exiled for PBC from trying to make the Deontay Wilder and AJ fight happen on his own. So, they said basically they may wait for that contract to run out with Lou DiBella and sign another one. But to be honest, women's boxing for 10 2-minute rounds, that's actually a good purse. In the pandemic, you was making more than Ryan Garcia. But our whole thing is, what Demetrius Andrade said about fighting Jamel Charlo back in the day is, I'm the champion and she the more accomplished fighter, and she making more than me. And that was Andrade's problem fighting Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to understand, Katie Taylor boss is plugged in directly to the zone. So he going to take care of his fighter first. But, she can sit on the chart. Any fighter, if I'm a promoter right now, any fighter that's turning down the purse that I'm offering, I'll see you next year. I said it last year on the live. I'll see you next year. Or you go somewhere else and get that money. Where else going to pay another female fighter right now $200,000, $220,000 to fight? And she looking at I'm accomplished, and they cut my purse by 50% and shit. The pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It's even like Canelo is going to take a pay cut for his next fight. And that's what a lot of people don't know. He taking a pay cut. So he ain't going to be getting this $30-something million fighting, whoever it is. And right now they saying it's going to be Sergey Derevchenko. All right, you heard it here first a couple days ago, to be honest. But, things change with him. But at the end of the day, man, ain't nobody missing Amanda Serrano. I don't give a fuck with none of these hardcore women's boxing. Ain't nobody missing no women's boxing. Shit, at the end of the day, we missing them top fights. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think nobody care. But the funny thing about it is she was getting offered more money than Ryan Garcia. And they both turned it down. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan Garcia out here making women's boxing money. Less than women's boxing money. So, I understand she accomplished and stuff of that nature. And maybe her husband, or maybe she got some other things going in boxing. Shit, man, if I'm Eddie Hearn, it is what it is. Katie Taylor, we plug somebody else in. Because she probably felt that Serrano was probably going to beat Katie Taylor ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? Katie Taylor didn't look too good versus a couple of these female fighters from my last time. Remember, arguably lost one of those fights. So, at the end of the day, am I really going to overpay you to come beat my top fighter and run back over to Lou DiBella? Absolutely not. So, you got to understand the politics. So, where else she going to go and get that type of money? ESPN, you better look at them purses. Like the highest purse on the ESPN Gabriel Flores card was $20,000 because the main event got knocked off. Then you go to You know, on the Tuesday, last Tuesday, Joshua Greer, the highest purse was $75,000. And then Shakira Stevenson made the highest purse of all with $400,000. And you know what I'm saying? So she looking at it like she want the $500,000 she was promised for this type of fight. You know, at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna shed a tear. This ain't Tupac. I shed so many tears. Nah, nigga. Boxing fans, they shed no. There ain't no fight nobody want to see. I don't care who talked the hardest core women's boxing shit. At the end of the day, they gonna take AJ, Fury, Plant, Benavidez. They gonna take Banana Boy and Charlo. They gonna take a lot of different fights. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta earn you gotta understand your place in this universe. In your place, you are a non-essential in boxing. If you fight Serrano, if you don't fight, 98% of the boxing fans won't care. So anybody that ain't taking what I'm paying, I'll see you next year. Pat them on the ass on the way out the office. See you next year, big baby. So Ryan Garcia really out here, my blue face, getting disrespected. He getting there. Golden Boy disrespecting him. He out here making less than women's boxing, and they wasn't even gonna be the co-main event. They were saying in the comment section. So you like the undercard to the undercard. You know what I'm saying? And you out here asking for that money. That's the DAZN issue. You paying Serrano, and she ain't even. Her and Katie Taylor, they won't even bring you 200,000 viewerships by themselves. So you overpaying people like that. At least Ryan gonna bring some people to the eyeballs to the set. So Ryan Garcia gotta feel disrespected when I sit at home on Ryan like, what? They paying women more than me, and they ain't even the main event. Oh, and I'm fighting on July 4th, the 4th of July. Excuse me. Oscar just disrespectful in my blue face voice. So that's how they treat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia probably should jump shit. You making less than women fighting 10 2-minute rounds, man. You out your mind. I wouldn't fight neither, man. That give me a whole. That's why you don't know the whole story. That's why I don't be kind of wanting to egg on certain dudes about the whole situation, because once you see behind the scenes and how it really worked, you really don't want to egg on. So I'm with Ryan Garcia. I ain't fighting for that. If I'm getting endorsements, and it's different from Serrano, I don't think Serrano got the endorsements that Ryan got. So Ryan said, I make more than that in endorsements, so I ain't coming back out. I ain't got to fight. So anybody that refused what I'm saying, see you later. You know what I'm saying? Go over to ESPN and get it. Go over to Showtime and get it. Go over to Fox and get it. You know, get it how you live. That's just how I'm rocking. See you later. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Holla when you see me. You know, but for Ryan, that is super duper duper disrespectful, bro. You know, Ryan might as well say, all right, I'll go out there for 200,000. Give me a 6-rounder. Give me a 4-rounder. You know, but that's just the way the game goes, man. So you don't know the whole aspect. Y'all can rag on Ryan and say, oh, he should take it. Man, I ain't telling another nigga what he should and what he should take no more. Straight up and down. It is what it is. If that ain't what you good enough and you good off that, cool. If I'm a promoter, see you next year. You know, they got to bring the money down. Even before the pandemic, these dudes was getting paid for fighting, bums. Real talk. They was getting paid big money to fight, tune-ups. So if I'm going to get paid big money to fight tune-ups, why would I, get similar money to fight top fighters? The belts really don't matter, so, to a lot of people. But also they saying that he kind of eyeing fighting Linares in September. I don't know if that's going to be on the Canelo card or they're going to do that on a different date. Usually the DAZN don't like to double up big fights in 1 month because of how their membership is or how their subscription is. But he eyeing Jorge Linares. So if he truly eyeing Jorge Linares, then maybe Devin Haney ain't fighting Jorge Linares, or maybe it's just a rumor. But he looking to come back in September. I guess they can offer more money for Jorge Linares. They could do a limited audience in September. It's going around. So, I don't know who he's going to fight for July. He was going around saying it was Abner Mares. But, we at the point where, I wouldn't be mad if I had to wait a couple months. I would kind of watch that fight, Linares and Ryan Garcia. That'd be a step up fight. I feel that Ryan, that'll be a better win than anything that Devin has done at this point. You know what I'm saying? Linares is okay. He ain't really shit, but he okay at this point, and that's a good win. That'll be the best fight he got out there. And sometimes when he could be picking the wrong door. He should have went out there and fought on the 4th of July, and then could have came back in July or September. If it wasn't a tough fight versus Abner, they could have pushed it back to November. He could have doubled back and fought Jorge Linares. That's what I would have done. You know, I would have just took the little bit of money. Abner Mara should have been easy work, or you could have fought Gesta or some lower level fighter, fought on the 4th, came back and made some more money. But they don't think like that. All these fighters think about is, you know, what everybody else think when they see the commission reports. Tango laugh, I only made $200,000, and I did a contract. They ripped my contract up and said I got the most lucrative deal, and now my deal looking light. At the end of the day, you know, you shouldn't worry about what's on nobody else's plate. As long as your plate good, you should worry about staying active. You know, you could have $200,000 on top of your endorsements, on top of, you know, fighting Linares later in the year, and you would have had an advantage over Linares because you would have been staying sharp. They don't think like that. Everybody want the respect before they earn it. Everybody want the gusto before they truly earn it. And like I said before, if he roll into a fight with Linares and he get beat, it show him right. I mean, I think everybody, all these dudes that's pro-biased Mexican fighters on their channels, or non-biased Mexican fighters, or just neutral like me, if you put these niggas on the lie detector, bro, these dudes on the lie detector, none of these dudes truly believe Ryan Garcia that good. Real talk. I'm telling you, man, and ain't nobody in their right mind think Ryan Garcia that knows boxing is one of the top prospects in boxing. Can he be there one day? Absolutely, he can get there. He definitely can get there. But right now, it's really, I mean, you can say that about a lot of the prospects. But Ryan looked like he don't look the part. You know, you can look at Colbert, he looked the part. Shakur, he looked the part. Tio, obviously he proved he the part. Devin, he looked the part. Gary Anti-Russell, he don't get no play, but he looked the part. Du Bois is looking the part. At one point, FN Jawboy looked the part, but he didn't came back down to earth. So you can look at some of these dudes and say, hey, you know, but Ryan kind of just seemed a step behind. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's because, you know, the Velez fight and he got dogged by Rolly in the gym, but that's the gym. But the talent is there, but it just don't seem real. What Meth say? Tell me if it's real, if it's really, really real. I came to bring the pain. Oh, man, come on, man. It just don't seem real with Ryan Garcia. It seemed like it's a facade. So, you know, at the end of the day, he beat Linares. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Linares got stopped by Sergio Thompson. He got stopped by somebody else. He got stopped by Antonio DeMarco. Don Juan DeMarco. He got beat up by Kano. So, hey, man, we'll see how real Ryan Garcia is. But I would have just took the $200,000, fought on the 4th, and would have proved that I can put asses on the set, eyeballs on the set, and I would have proved to them like you would have made $200,000. I would have brought a whole bunch of fans on the 4th of July. Then if they was gonna pay me $500 to fight Linares, now I want $75,000. I want a quarter. I want $750,000 because I'm showing you I'm putting people in the set. But people don't think like that. People don't want to be go getters no more. They don't want to be earners. They don't want to just prove their point. He should have fought, proved his point, scooped that cash, and added that cash with Linares fight at the end of the year. But they don't think like that no more. Everybody's entitled. You got prospects being entitled. You even got journeymen entitled to certain things, and it's sad in boxing. You know, only people that should be entitled is people that's earned it. When you Manny Pacquiao, Marquez, Floyd status, you earned it. You know, nobody in boxing really earned that shit right now. None of these active fighters ain't earned shit to be dictating terms. Ain't none of them big enough to me. But let's move on to Devin. Devin says that you know, he close to signing a fight with one of the top lightweights. To me, it's only two like top lightweights. It's Tio and Lomachenko. Those are only two that I honestly really care about. I mean, I like George Camboso, Lee Selby, him fighting for the IBF title eliminator, which is probably going to be vacated, whoever wins Tio and Loma. That's a tentative date of September 19th, somewhere in Las Vegas, Maryland Bay, MGM Grand. Maybe the Raider Stadium with a limited audience. They may do that, but you know, Luke Campbell, that's not a top fight. He just lost. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna prove? Now, some people gonna big up Luke Campbell. Maybe that's what we talking about. If he fight Luke Campbell, he probably the people gonna big up Luke Campbell because you know, he gave a little bit okay performance versus Lomachenko. See, what happens is when a boxing fan has a favorite fighter and he's under ridicule as much, or he's being, you know, poked at a lot and nitpick, they feel like they have to overcompensate for Lomachenko with Luke Campbell. They feel that, you know, oh, Luke Campbell beat this guy, that guy. You know, he gave Lomachenko a run for his money. He lost to Devin Haney. He lost to Jorge Linares. Luke Campbell's simply not that good. He don't punch through the target. He don't have no aggressiveness. he's a beta male. He's not that good. And once Devin Haney beat him, they're going to say, oh, you know, he was coming off a loss. Everything I'm saying now, oh, he wasn't that good to begin with. And Loma, you know, softened him up for Devin Haney. So why even fight Loma Champ? Why even fight Luke Campbell? It makes no sense. Now, Fortuna, you know, he tough. He been stopped before. You know, he a tough guy. You know, but, you know, what has he done to earn a title? I mean, last time I remember him, he faked a fall out the ring versus Granados. And maybe he got it and he gave Robinson Jr. a tough fight where some people thought he won that fight. But, you know, maybe Javier Fortuna, they made a deal with Fortuna for him to fight Luke Campbell. Maybe Luke and Fortuna still going to fight. And maybe Devin in talks to fight Jorge Linares. I know Linares has got the green light to come back over here and spar and work out. So I'm not sure who it is. I didn't ask. So I'm guessing it's either going to be Luke, Fortuna, or Linares for him, or maybe even Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? So those only four I really can envision him fighting, but, you know, at the end of the day, Devin Haney ain't going to really get no real fights till he move up in weight. I mean, you got Barrios, you got the dude who gave Barrios a tough fight last time, you got Robinson Jr. I'm still waiting to see him pull his whole card again because he called out Robinson Jr., you know, when he was young. Keep that same energy. You got Regis that seemed like he want to stay up there, Mikey Garcia, and he said, I'll move up to fight Mikey Garcia. But you don't want to fight Regis, you know what I'm saying? You don't fight Barrios, you don't fight Easter, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Ramirez and Taylor going to move up. So, you know, Anton Russell up there, you know. So, at the end of the day, we got to see, you know, where Devin Haney is at. But he can't prove nothing to me at lightweight unless he fight the winner of Loma and Tio, honestly. You know, he ain't going to establish himself as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. And I think he did himself a disservice kind of signing with his own. Because at first, their whole calling card was throwing a lot of money around to get people to jump ship across the street. PBC wasn't crossing the street unless it was beneficial to like Andy Ruiz and Derbychenko until it was their D or E team coming over. They weren't sending the A team over. They weren't sending the B team over. They weren't sending the C team over. They were sending the D and the E or the F team over. So, you know, now that DAZN ain't got the money no more, you know what I'm saying? He really ain't going to get no fights over there. Because if he go up to 40... unless Eddie and Bob work on T.O. and Devin, I mean, who we really going to fight? You know, it seemed like Al Haymon got a problem with Gary Russell and his family. His little brother killing shit. Everything that's moving, he's stopping it. But nobody know about him because Al Haymon mad at Gary Russell for some reason. I don't get it. But, you know, Barrios on the other side of the street, Easter on the other side of the street, Zepeda and... you know, Barashnik, you know, they on the other side of the street with Barashnik with the zone. So if he beats Zepeda, he'd be in the top. He'd be in the line for a vacant title shot pretty soon. So we can see what happens. But I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate, share the video. Check our Facebook group out. The links in the description. Let me know how you feel one time for the one time we go.